So, good day, Miss Ira. This is our fifth session, and today our topic is making prediction about the text. So, in this session, at the end of the lesson, you will be able to identify clues in a text that help predict what will happen next, demonstrate comprehension of a story by answering prediction-based questions, and write a short paragraph continuing a story using predicting reasoning. So I prepared an activity. So here is the activity. In this activity, you will identify what will happen next based on the clue. So here is the clue, the two pictures. The number one is a girl holding an umbrella that blowing by the wind. And the second picture is a dark clouds with lightning. What do you think will happen next when you see those pictures?
There's a storm that coming.
Very good. There's a storm that is coming. So next is another activity, but in this activity there's no pictures as a clue but a statement. So in this activity, you will answer the following question by making prediction on what happened next based on each statement. Write your answer in the space provided. So here is the worksheet and you may now start answering. You done? So, very good. So now let's proceed to the next activity. In this activity, it will help you to know the meaning of those underlined words to understand the short story later on, because those underlined word here is you will see later on in the short story, and through this activity you will understand the meaning of it and you will understand the short story later on better. So in this activity, you will identify the meaning of the underlined word, then encircle the correct answer. So you may now start answering. Okay, very good. So now that you have an idea about our topic for today, let us review deeper the lesson for today. So our topic for today is making prediction. In this lesson or in this session, we will focus on important strategy called making prediction. When we say making predictions, it involves using clues from the text to know what might happen next or draw conclusions about the author's intended meaning. Once you become skilled in making predictions, you can enhance your reading comprehension and develop a deeper understanding of the text. So let's start studying the word making predictions. So what is prediction? When we say prediction, it is an educated guess about what might happen next in a story. It's not just a random guess, it's based on what you already read and what you already know. For example, if you read that dark clouds are gathering and someone says, "I forgot my umbrella," so you might predict that it's going to rain, right? So, why are prediction important? It is because it helps you think deeply about the story, and it make reading more fun and exciting, and also it help you understand what's going on. So how do we make a predictions good? First, we look for the clues in the text. So there's some characteristic clues can be. First is foreshadowing, second is context clue, and lastly, characters, actions, and feelings. When we say foreshadowing, it is hints the author gives about what might happen later. For example, she had a bad feeling about the trip, so you might predict that something bad will happen, right? Next is context clues. When we say context clues, words or phrases that help you figure out what's going on. Example, the ground shook and the dishes rattled. So you might predict that there is an earthquake coming. And last characteristic of clues is character, actions, and feelings. So through this, you may know how characters behave or feel can give you hints. Example, if a boy hiding something behind his back, so you might predict something like, you might think that he's keeping a secret or a surprise, right? And additionally, you can also use your own experiences to make you help better predictions. For example, your vocabulary. Knowing the words helps you understand the story better. Like what we earlier, the dark clouds, right? So when you hear the word dark clouds, you might think that there is a storm or rain. Next, cultural knowledge. This will give you hint because knowing about holidays or customs or popular stories can help you predict. For example, if a story mentions Halloween, you might expect costumes or something spooky. Next and last is personal experience. You think about your own life. That will hint because, for example, if a character moves to a new school and you've done that too, you might predict they will feel nervous at first because you will also felt that when you move to another school. So that is based on your personal experience. So always remember that making predictions, it's like being a detective. You look for clues and figure things out as you go. So always remember that before you make prediction, you will look for the hint or clues, right? Okay, so I prepared another activity to check if you really understand the lesson. So Let's start now. In this activity, it is called comprehension check. As you read the short story, answer the following questions. This is the short story. You may read it aloud now.
Some boys were playing one day.
Read the title and the author first.
The Boys and the Frogs by Aesop. Some boys were playing one day at the edge of the pond, in which lived a family of frogs. The boys amused themselves by throwing stones into the pond so as to make them skip on the top of the water. The stones were flying thick and fast, and the boys were enjoying themselves very much. But the poor frogs in the pond were trembling with fear. At last one of the frog, the oldest and bravest, put his hand out of the water and said, "Oh, please, dear children, stop our crowing play. True, it may be fun for you, it means death to us. Always stop to think whatever you find may not be the cause of other unhappiness."
So, you may now start answering those questions. Here's the pen. You will answer that based on the short story you've read. Shh, quiet. Very good. Next, let's have another activity, and this activity called What Happened Next. In this activity, you will read the short story. In this activity, you will read the short story entitled The Story of a Fierce Bad Rabbit by Beatrix Potter. Then, continue the story by predicting what might happen next. Write one paragraph that contains 5 to 7 sentences. So here is the short story. You may read it aloud. You may read it silently and answer the activity later on. After you read the short story. Are you done reading? You may now start answering. Remember, you are the one who make ending in that story. Only one paragraph, read 5 to 7 sentences. You done? Okay, very good. So for the last activity, you may draw the following emojis that represent how you feel about each statement under the second column. Here, you will draw. You will draw a very confident if you are agree in this statement, but you will draw a broken heart if you don't agree in this statement. So you may now start draw what you feel. Okay, very good. So, thank you very much, Miss Ira. That's all for today's session.